back, guys, to episode number 5 of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. We are leaving White Orchard. I just need to find the guy. Oh, there he is. Almost even see you there, buddy.
Yennefer's in Vizima. Got a few friends there, so... Something wrong? Look around. Trouble brewing.
Who are they?
Who are they? Patriots. Drinking their 7th round for Temeria. Fists starting to itch. Don't see any Nilfgaardians. They'll find another foe. I'll buy some provisions for the journey. Then we'll go. Geralt, we should stay out of it. Just this once.
I don't think I will, buddy. I need experience.
What happened to the lilies?
Took him down.
Took them down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Maybe it's true what they say. You fond of the Imperials? You Nilfgaard's whore?
People are so stupid.
I'll let that pass. I know grief eats at your heart.
You know shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out the cloister like a dog. Said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would have choked on its navel string. You owe your son to my sister attending to the birth, and you don't fear the gods' wrath. You don't fear it, you cunt!
What in the fuck?
Recognize this medallion? You know what it means. Back off. You alright?
They say witches steal young'uns. That true? What the Emperor promise you, freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
We ain't going nowhere.
Fine, let's fight, bitch!
Are you?
They won't back down now.
It's fine.
I can see that.
Oh shit. Oh, bitch. Like a pro in the second easiest difficulty anyway. Well, shit.
It's alright. It's over.
I just saved your life, bitch!
See his face! God save us!
God, you don't let him come back.
These fucking idiots are fucking dumb.
So much for not getting involved. Come on, let's go.
I saved their lives. As if this is my fault? You wanna fight too?
We didn't start it.
Excuses, excuses. You've not changed a bit.
Yen? How?
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you, looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit. It's good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
Sorry. I wasn't expecting to see you. To be honest, this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
How did you imagine it?
You didn't imagine you'd have a Nilfgaardian escort. Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an explanation.
And I shall provide it. In Vizima. Ready your horses.
Spent the last 6 months in the saddle. Haven't seen you for 2 years. Can we take a moment to...
Sadly, we cannot. Someone awaits you, Geralt. Someone who doesn't like to be kept waiting. Emperor Emir var Emrys. Or, to those on more intimate terms with him, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Doubt I number among that group. For as I remember, last time we saw each other, he wanted to kill me.
Well, now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't refuse.
I didn't, though I could have.
Must have been a damn good offer then. Not many things you'd give up your freedom for, and even fewer people.
The sooner we set off, the sooner you'll find out.
What about you?
I'm going in the opposite direction. I somehow doubt the Emperor's invitation mentioned me. Besides, I've got things to do at Kaer Morhen, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Thanks for your help, Vesemir. See you soon.
How's your horse? Swift?
Can't complain. Why do you ask?
I'd like to be back behind some thick city walls as soon as possible.
Okay, my first trophy.
Just the beginning. But then...
But then?
Do I control? Shit. Am I controlling?
We shall talk of this tomorrow, all right? After the audience.
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead. After many trials and tribulations, Geralt finally learned that Yen was in nearby Vizima.
Man.
It must suffice.
Think Emir cares if I'm clean.
The gentleman will refer to His Imperial Majesty by his full title or not at all.
It's funny how, you know.
Seated on the bergère.
The what now?
In that chair. Catwin, please shave the gentleman's sideburns to half an inch.
Then what? Gonna do my nails too?
If time permits. Sadly, the day is short. While the list of hygienic and cosmetic treatments that the gentleman should undergo is really rather long.
Tilt your head back, please. Sit still.
How goes it? Preparations for the audience proceeding as planned.
Yes, General. The gentleman will be more or less presentable.
Who's this guy? He a barber too?
No. Morvran Voorhis, commander of the Alba Division. Yennefer's escort. They were my men. All of them. Indeed, were. For none have returned to Vizima, have they? I truly wonder what happened on the road yesterday. Perhaps you could enlighten me. You have time. And razor to your throat.
Wild Hunt killed them.
A cavalcade of wraiths dashing across the night sky. These omens of war the peasantry bubbles about. Expect me to believe that.
Frankly, I don't really give a damn.
Nordlings. We can bathe you, shave you, and clothe you, but teaching you manners, that will be a challenge.
Nice meeting you too.
Shall I shave him once more, against the grain?
No. He himself is very much against the grain. That's enough. Farewell, Witcher. Or rather, see you soon.
Good. Now the gentleman may dress.
It's funny how Yennefer's butts and boobs can like show up all over the place. And I get that Geralt's boobs also shows up or most cutscenes so far. But Geralt's butt, oh no, that's too much. We gotta censor this. It wouldn't be manly.
If the garments chafe, our tailor will adjust them.
Oh, can I choose?
Black, black, or black?
We do not like garish colors in Nilfgaard. The gentleman will tell me once he has chosen an outfit.
Okay. I can do this one. Ugh. This one has a belt. Oh my god, looks like a grandma stuff. Oh my god. You know what it looks like, the pattern? It looks like an Akuma no Mi from One Piece. I'm gonna go with this one, I think. Oh. I'll take them all. I'm gonna steal your shit. Oh, but that's just like... Oh, you had loot. I'm just investigating, sir. I'm gonna go wearing a towel. Oh, battle axes. Oh. Drapes. The surfer witches. Who are the hunters, you ask? Folk like you and yours, I reply. The decent kind, haters of lies, doers of good. The kind who live according to the gods' law and nature's laws too. Those disgusted by the machinations of witches, magickas, and non-humans. All that separates us from common folk is that we've the courage to take up arms to defend our lands from evil, slice out the gangrene that eats us from within. We haven't a leader, we haven't fought so land, though God's fearing Radovid supports us with his gold at times. We've not sworn him, nor any other ruler, any oath. We serve only the internal fire, and we listen only to our own conscience. Who can join us? Any who is right of soul and sound of body, you can find us in every largest city in the north. We will give you a board, lodging, and a weapon. We will explain how to spot the telltale signs of evil, birthmarks in strange and arcane shapes, smooth king of a matron aged more than 30 springs, and black cats kept in the yard, to name a few. We will show you how to defend yourself from witchcraft, how to tame and snuff out magic elements with the Miriam. We will instruct you how to squeeze the sinner's darkest secrets. The sinner's darkest secret. Oh my god. The sinner's darkest secrets out of them with a hot iron, and how to grant them cleansing death with the help of sacred fire. Okay. Alright, now. Inventory. This one. This is terrible. Okay, I'm gonna go with this then. Now, this one. Hold on, let me do pants first. They're all the same. 68, 68. Okay. Well, this will be it then. I look at like the Akuma no Mi in the end. Hi.
Black suits the gentleman. Does the outfit satisfy the gentleman?
Suppose so.
A studded doublet with a sword on my back. That's what would satisfy me. Tough. Off guard.
Yes.
It's a saying. So what now? Out of my nose.
No need. The gentleman's complexion is light enough. The gentleman is to stand before the ruler of the north and south. I must confirm that he knows how to bow. Please watch. Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest.
What?
Gentlemen, rehearse.
Oh god. Right leg, left leg. Oh shit. It's the right hand on the chest.
But we've learned to expect less of more things. Come with me.
Yes! I got it first, just because I remember what hand we saw in the cutscene.
Will address the Emperor only when executed and using the appropriate title. I see the gentleman is in the mood for jests. I fear the Emperor might not share his disposition. Your Majesty will suffice. Spoken loudly, clearly, and with respect.
Emirates, okay.
I thought you bowed before no man.
Didn't want to disappoint the Chamberlain. We're friends. Take it you didn't summon me to reminisce about the good old days, so...
Silence. My daughter Sevilla, she's returned. And she's in danger. The Wild Hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
Why me?
How many men in your army? 20,000? 30? So why me?
You know that, because she trusts you.
She trusts me, yes. So tell me why you're looking for her. Doubt it's about making up for all her lost years.
For reasons of state, as always. Enough of this banter. You will agree regardless, if for no other reason than because I shall pay you more than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more.
I need information, not motivation. Ciri leaves few tracks. She'll be hard to find.
My corps of spies will help you. Count on them, and my army, should the need arise. Yennefer will tell you the rest. This audience is finished. Mererid! Take him to the sorceress.
Maybe I shouldn't have browsed.
Follow me if the gentleman pleases. Please keep close. There are many honorable guests in the palace whom the gentleman
Disgusts.
need not bother. Calm yourself.
Do you know who you're talking to, soldier?
Do you know this guy? He's an assassin. Look at his cowl.
Prince of Elander. Not only am I made to wait here like some
The scene has
supplicant,
gotten Novigrad. Ted Take and Kalantne, se voloi so. Eptusan.
Mind if I interrupt?
Why not join in instead?
We're discussing neutrality. How difficult it is to preserve.
Still worth trying.
Because
Because there are few causes worth serving. Enough about that. Mind if we change the subject? So, talk to the Emperor.
Why did he summon you?
So not even you know.
No. But I wager it's an ordinary witch's contract.
So we're about to see.
Soon. Yes? Soon, mind you.
Es verdeelt, geweld, Cata af. Twee glijden. Niets meer denken. Is maar streken heb voltast in de kamer.
Geen Jos. Evios kennis in bij.
Es is zat. Es war noodlijk.
I tried to jump, that's all. I didn't try to kill anyone, I tried to jump. Can you go in the garden? Okay.
once the gentleman is done, he should see me to retrieve his possessions.
Hold on. Oh, what? I can do these things?
Wat are you doing, Rain Catcher? Ich deifling Adam und Karn et Morpho.
authority in Novigrad is not the city council or the merchants guild. Checks of the eternal fire.
Let's see. Temeria, a land where milk and honey once flowed. In what did she wrong the gods that they should treat her so cruelly? The pearl of the north, the sun, she proved the galloping range of Nilfgaardian cavalry to others. As the country that survived the previous wars against the Empire, it was here that the war's bloodiest battles were fought. It was in Temeria where their most bestial deeds were wrought. It was Temerian civilians who bore the full brunt of these wars' horrors, and bear them we did, bravely and steadfastly, until the demise of our great protector King Foltest. Then Providence turned its fickle face from Temeria. Murdered most treacherously, Foltest failed to leave Temeria a worthy successor. And so, and all manner of curse soon fell upon her, tearing her apart like so much carrion. Shall no more alive then. Then remember that we had once been the armor protecting the north from the designs of the mad dancer, he who had the gravestones of his foes pounding the ballroom floor. A free independent Temeria is no more. A dark-faced sun looms over our every rampart. Yet we Temerians live on, and always will. As long as folk believe the usurper who took our beloved capital Vizima, treat as his property, will forever peer over his shoulder in fear. For in his shadows lurks not one dagger, but the power of a nation of daggers, willing to deal justice blow. Okay, you have a lot of food. Let's see. Cyrilla Fiona Ellen Rhiannon, born in 1251, heiress to the throne of Sintra, Princess of Brugge and Duchess of Soden, I think. Heiress to Ines Hart Skellig, Skelling, and suzerain of Vatra and Abiara, daughter of Pavetta, see Pavetta Fiona Ellen, and the Urkin of Erlenwald, see Emir van Emrace, granddaughter of the famous lioness of Sintra, Queen Calanthe, see Calanthe Fiona Rhiannon. A shipwreck occurred during a journey from Sintra to Skellig, which took the lives of the Urkin and Pavetta. Cyrilla's further praying was then entrusted to her grandmother in 1260. Afraid of the looming Nilfgaardian threat, Queen Calanthe sent Cyrilla to the court of King Ervil, since Ervil of Verden, where the heiress of Sintra was to marry the heir to the throne of Verden, Prince Christian, see Christian of Verden. Though allying with Verden and gaining the aid of the realm's army was at the time Calanthe's top priority, no marriage ever occurred, and Cyrilla returned to her grandmother's court. In 1262, during the so-called Sintra massacre, Cyrilla went missing. Okay, Sintra.
Falling behind.
You know what? I'll write the report myself. You'll need only prepare a clean draft.
Come on. Sintra is, to me, is just Far Cry. All I can think of is Far Cry 3. Oh, look at that. I can jump.
Vedimi, directly out of northern
Let's see. Oh, this is a long one. No one can claim to have traveled in northern realms who has not been to Novigrad. If I were forced to list what during my many endearings has made the greatest country of me, precisely this great and yet at the same time free city. A metropolis worthy of the empire, its only flaw is that civilization Nilfgaard carries within her has not yet enlightened it. This is why hordes of reactionary That is why hordes of reactionary cultists of the Eternal Fire dwell in the midst of its excellent buildings and superb commercial infrastructure. One feels as though superstitions of the local hierarch of this temple god cement their power over the city dwellers, and many they are to control, for the city counts no less than 30,000 of inhabitants. While strolling through its fabulous ports, surrounded by marvels of architecture, it's hard to imagine that centuries ago Novigrad was a mere minor elven townstead. When the city fell into the hands of the Nordlings, its problems grew exponentially. For as is well known, the people of the north can do a great many things, but peaceful and orderly cohabitation is not one of them. And so Novigrad first belonged to Redania and then fell under Temerian rule, until finally, after endless compromises and bargains, it at last became a free city. And is the city truly free? I dare to doubt it. Redanian influence makes itself felt too strongly on every street corner, and the fact that the city is located within Radovit's territory speaks for itself. While wandering the city streets, I came across 4 watermills, 8 banks, and nearly 19 pawn shops. There are also a great many houses of simple pleasures, such as taverns and brothels. In Novigrad's commitment to matters of faith is borne witness to by the fact that the city contains no less than, I kid you not, 19 temples with eternal fire. Well, more can be said. I think Novigrad is all the capital of the world, and perhaps it's what it will one day become. First, however, someone needs to bring order to within our walls. Oh, I read that, didn't I? Yeah, I read that already. I don't know what happened there. But, yeah, alright, now I checked that. It's alright. A portrayal of elder races. What is a non-human? The answer is simple. As the very name suggests, it is something which resembles and yet nevertheless is not a human. Though it walks on 2 legs, speaks a tongue similar to our own, and dresses in similar attire, it all the same has more in common with base beasts than noble man. Dwarves are like moles. Oh my god, I'm gonna hate reading this. They feel best underground and avoid direct sunlight. They like to live in filth, forever smudging themselves in mud and slime. They love everything that can be found within the earth, rocks, metal, minerals of all shape and color. It's also said that, like their kindred moles, they feed most readily on worms, roaches and other night crawlers. Halflings, for their parts, are more reminiscent of gophers, fat, lazy and loud in that typical rodent way. Their minds are filled only with thoughts of food and drink, which they steal from other no-blood beasts and greedily squirrel away in their hovels. They are marked by cruel craftiness. You could be dying of hunger and they would not share a meal with you. You could be howling for poverty and they could be swimming in gold, and yet they would still fleece you to the last crown. You could do nothing wicked to them and they would still stab it after your back. Elves in turn seem related to the birds of prey that dwell in far-off Zerikania. They care most for colored feathers. They would most readily spend all day staring at their reflections in the water and singing their own praises. They are so awash in self-love that they no longer feel any desire towards members of the opposite sex of their own species. Their appearance, unquestionably pleasant to the eye, is highly misleading, for they are extraordinarily cruel, and any who judge them by looks alone, they first dupe and kill in cold blood. The best proofs of this, the so-called Societal bandits that claim to fight for freedom, but in truth only long to kill humans. All these vile so-called elder races are, to our great fortune, slowly dying out. Joy fills the heart of everyone thinking man, and the thoughts that these great-grandchildren will never know them, that in their way dwarfs, halflings, and elves would be merely fairy-tale characters used to scare young, impressionable children. This is one of the most disgusting things I've ever read in a video game, and I understand that point, I do, but it's just, oh my god, there's no excuse for racism or xenophobia, like we're all people. Fuck that shit, man.
Geralt, that tunic, you look positively smashing.
Let's smash then.
To take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. We've matters to attend to. Now do you understand why I'm at Emir's court?
And seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back. No chance he's mistaken.
Look, that's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
How about that? She's grown up.
It's been years since you trained together at Kaer Morhen. A great deal has changed.
You haven't. Not a bit.
I missed those awkward compliments of yours. But let's focus on Ciri, all right?
Right. Emir said the Wild hunts after her. I'd find that hard to believe. Yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me. You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri, using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really. I knew the Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd tricked them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me, for some time. If not for you and Emir's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt. Before the Wild Hunt does.
The Wild Hunt? What do they want from Ciri?
I've no clue, Geralt. Might have written them to ask, but I don't have their address.
Oh, fuck
I know
off.
as much as you do. It must be about her blood. Her gift. As for what the Hunt wishes to do with that gift, I prefer not to think about it, really.
So where's Ciri been seen exactly?
In two places. Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. You should get in touch with him.
That's it? No passwords, secret handshakes?
None. Sorry to spoil your fun. Your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade. All we have in Novigrad are unconfirmed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance. Triss Merigold. Apparently she's got a cozy flat in the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you?
Ah, crap.
I shall sail for Skellige. There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest down. I believe this had something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trold. Join me there once you've learned something.
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me? Didn't need me? Didn't even want to see me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
What?
I lost my memory.
Really? That's no excuse. Let's try it, alright? It's not what you think. But help me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. Any of it.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport you to Velen, get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback, as soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Think so? Maybe I could have some of my armor lined with it. Good luck, you.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you invest in the Rome the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Valatre. That's him over there. And Geralt, I know it's wartime, but try not to be a hero, alright? Just check those leads and come back to me, in one piece. I shall be waiting.
So, I try to be romantic. You come at me, oh fuck, you cheated on me. And then you kiss me at the end. Why can't you bitches be normal? Hashtag Eminem song. What am I looking for? Oh yeah. I was trying. Oh yeah! I need all the help I can get. I think I read that. Yeah, I read that. Maybe I can sell those things. Ooh. Last wish. Human life requires 3 things for its sustenance: food, drink, and gossip. It is thus no wonder that no matter where I travel, be it Icebound, Povis, or Evergreen Toussaint, everyone asks me about the passions that bind Geralt and the sorceress Yennefer of Varangienburg. As a man both cautious and discreet, I refuse to betray their secrets, with one important exception. Each of their first encounter is so extraordinary, so romantic and moving, there would be a veritable crime to hide its light beneath a bushel basket. Indeed, had I not witnessed these events in person, I would never believe there was room in our grim and dark world for such fantastic marvels. It all began when Geralt and I were feeling a bit peckish and, unburdened by heavy coin pouches, decided to fish our supper out of a lake. No bites were to be had, but we did not leave empty-handed. My hook snagged quite a lovely little pot. Oblivious to my friend's warnings, I opened it, and in doing so, freed a powerful gin. Without giving it much thought, I set about proclaiming my wishes. Before I could get to three, however, the gin, irritated, I see now in hindsight, at being issued demanding so soon after waking, began to throttle me. Geralt was able to drive him off, but I was left in a sorry state. I acted, the Witcher told me later, as though under the influence of some curse. Clearly, the help of an expert in the magic arcana would be needed. It was our good fortune that Yennefer of Eggenberg happened to be staying in a nearby village. Geralt went to her to ask that she heal his best friend, who happened also to be the brightest star in the North's poetic firmament. Yennefer, however, was more interested in the gin, which she wanted to trap into magic servitude, than in its victim. And it should be said, played the Witcher like a well-strung mandolin. Yet, rather than grow angry at being used in such a calculating manner, it fell white-head over muddy boots in love with her. What happened then? Well, I won't go into details. Suffice to say that Yennefer's plans ardently delighted the djinn, and without its cooperation, she proved unable to tame it. The sorceress would surely have met a tragic end, and taken all of Renda along with her, had Geralt not rushed to her rescue. For once, he did not need to draw either of his blades. To send the djinn packing, he had but to pronounce the third and final wish. He could have asked for anything, wealth, fame, power, but instead he asked the djinn to bind his fate to that of the arrogant yet intriguing sorceress from Vandenberg. Oh, that's so romantic. Or manipulate him, because you're not really asking the other person, but whatever. Julian Alfred Pankratz, Viscount of Leadenhove, born in 1232, award-winning poet, playwright, and troubadour, frequent performer at the courts of Niedemir, Vizimir, Venslav, and many other nobles and notables, alumnus of Oxenford Academy. That was a good read, actually. Apple juice, silver mug. This might give me some money. Love. To love is to build a house of cards, or play a game of chess. A one wrong word, or will thought move, and you must start in all fresh. Yes, because trust is not something you can get back. At least with me. That's it. You lose the trust, that's it. You're gone. Bye. Tide. Whenever I watch the tide recede, cold cords of fear grip round my heart. Will the sea sneak back, calm and sure, the dark of night, as they have before? Or will they stay on distant shores, living crushed shells and washed up dreams, as memory of serfs of yore? That was a good read, actually. Oh, that's you. Yennefer, my dear friend, thank you for your letter. Forgive me for not answering your early attempt to reach me via Makeover. I am trying to limit my magic communication to the absolute minimum. One never knows who's listening. Don't you agree? I am delighted you have found a position at our gracious Emperor's court and wish you the best luck in search of his daughter. It is good to know that Emry's intentions for her have become more, how shall I put it, mundane. Perhaps in these circumstances an agreement regarding the lodge will prove possible after all. In response to the first question, I can say beyond all doubt that Ciri has not appeared anywhere south of Yaruga. Believe me, I could recognize a magic signature in my sleep. I have not had any contact with Triss for a long time. I only know that things in Novigrad have taken an ill turn. She mentioned something earlier about fleeing to Kavir, but I'm afraid in the current political climate, an amounts to an impossible daydream. I hope I will soon be able to join you in Vizima. First, however, I must take care of some unfortunate yet urgent matters in Beauclair. With my fondest regards, Fringilla Vigo. Thank you for this about Geralt. He always seems to land on his feet, doesn't he? Yes, I am a cat. Yep, I read that. Ooh, Wild Hunt. From farmers and herdsmen, milkmaids to midwives, all the common folk of the continent whisper, sharing tales of a wraithly procession pounding across the sky. The wild hunt, they call it, winds and gales, storms and blizzards that rise when it's sighted, and all grows cold though the sun shone bright moments before. Some remember only the cold from the shock of the encounter and claim the riders come always in winter. But nay, this is not so. The hunt brings its own ice. Death and war gallop in its wake, also the superstition goes, yet evil enough is the hunt itself. It takes full captive, youths most often in the prime of their wilding years, with 10 to 20 summers behind them. The hunt rushes in and they disappear, only to return long years later with no memory of what passed in time between. So for witches I've read. Oh shit, it's not what I meant. But, okay. I only have these. She who knows. I have time. Folks say they were a foe at first. A mother, she who knows, a lady of the wood, came here from a faraway land, and since she suffered terribly from loneliness, she made 3 daughters out of dirt and water. A long, long time ago, the mother was sole ruler of all of Velen. The daughters brought her the people's requests and served as their voice. Each spring, sacrifices of grain, animals and men were made to the Lady of the Wood on a special night. Yet, as the years passed, the Lady of the Wood slipped deeper and deeper into madness. A madness eventually spread over the land. Men took to abandoning their homes and setting out into the bog, where they became food for beasts. Before long, Velen was drowning in blood. The daughters saw their land nearing destruction and took it upon themselves to save it. When spring came once more, and with it the night of sacrifices, they killed their mother and buried her in the bog. Her blood watered the whole atop Sabine, and from then on the tree grew wholesome and hardy fruit for the people. For a lazy mortal soul, it refused to leave its beloved land, and so the sisters imprisoned it. This day lies trapped beneath the whispering willow, where it thrashes about in powerless rage. Well, this will be it. I need to leave now.
Directly out of Nordling.
Now I talk to him.
How might I serve the gentleman?
By returning my things.
Yes.
Citrus and cloves. The fragrance will keep the gentleman's robes fresh somewhat longer.
Thanks, bunches.
The Emperor is not known for his patience. He wants his daughter back safe and sound, as soon as possible.
Yeah, mention something of the sort. So long.
Travel to Velen. Yeah! Ooh. Who has a quest?
Civilization ends in this.
Alright. I'm gonna start this. Option mark will begin with Gwent. I don't know what that is. To place a bet. Okay, I'm gonna bet 5.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards.
Yes, the tutorial. Gwent is an ancient dwarven card game simulates the clash of 2 armies in battle. The players are generals and the cards are their forces. You will go first, okay? To begin, you draw 10 cards. It will be your hand for the rest of the match. You will not draw any more cards, so choose wisely. Use wisely, sorry. This is a unit card. The number in the upper left corner indicates its strength. Shit. When placed in the battlefield, this value is added to the total strength of the player who placed it. Morale boost as rolls going itself. This is the combat raw icon. This icon indicates the row battlefield where the card can play close combat, range combat, siege combat. Some units have special abilities. This Houdini Siege Expert's special ability is called Morale Boost, which runs +1 strength to all units in the same row. Weather cards are a type of special card. They reduce the strength of all cards of a given type in battlefield, including your own. Shit. Up to 2 cards to start and redraw. Let's skip that for now and go straight to plan. Well, shit. Ooh, this is the battlefield. This is your side. This is your opponent's side. Each turn, the player may place 1 card on the battlefield or pass. Each deck is a leader. The leader grants you a special ability which can be used only once during a battle. Choose a special ability at any point by pressing square. And select a card from your hand, place it on the battlefield. Your turn. Okay, like 8 minutes or so to do this. Ooh. My cards, the critical. Around ends once both players have passed. But it's not. Oh really? But you said I could do... Oh no. Your turn. Oh my god, this guy is so tough. So tough. How do I know? Oh, I don't remember. Oh fuck. He has more cards than me. Shit. Shut up. I lost. Oh, what? I'm losing. Oh. Play loses. Oh. But now I won't. Now I know. Now I know. I could have won that. I actually could have won that. Aww. That sucks. What? Oh, don't know. This way. Is that something to touch? Alright, that's good. Thought he would have something for me. Anyways, before I fast travel, because I don't know how much longer I have, I know I don't have much time, so thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next episode.